Okay, so I wanted to do a comparison from my FLIR footage and from me today. So I want to start out with the FLIR footage. This is also for Bigfoot Tony. I told him I would show this. I'm going to show the first part, and this is the best part right there. I'll play it twice. Here's the object. I may be a bit off on these angles and stuff, but it's close enough to compare. That I definitely know that the distance is the same. Okay. I also want to mention that this to the top at the max is going to be 8 foot up on this tree where the bank goes over. I measured it. It's 8 foot. I also measured the track at about 14 inches by 4.5 inches at the ball of the foot. Okay, this tree right in this area is 55 inches around. Me, I am 2 foot at the shoulder, so let's keep that in mind. I measured that too. Here we go. This is me. I had to put a ladder up to get to this height. And I did it a few times. I tried to get sideways on the ladder. I could not get that angle right. I'm actually up a little bit higher, but I keep going up and down. I wanted to do it a few times, and I tried to get sideways, like I was standing sideways to it, peeking around. And you have to realize I'm up in the air on the ladder. I think right there is the best part where I done what that did. And it's not going to be exactly the same. I'm not much of a booger. But I've also got audio from that night. Anybody that was in the live stream heard the rocks being thrown. There was howls. There were several different things going on that night. Also, I'm going to play the whole FLIR footage right here in a second. That's about it for me climbing up the tree. Here's the whole FLIR footage from start to finish. You tell me where this went too. Keep in mind back in here where my arrow is pine trees and thick. You can't even see the trees in the background. And you can see the trees here. But where it's leafy, you cannot see any trees. Well, I let that play and I'll get my food out of the oven. People can make of it what they will. Squirrel, coon, booger. You know, it could have been any of them. You know, this isn't 100% evidence. I realize that. I know that. But that's why I wanted to do the supporting evidence with the track. And again, the track was around 14 inches. I've just now measured all this, 14 inches by 14.5. The one good track. I also think there's a knuckle print there and some more scuffs from different tracks. And there's also a pile of dirt that's a little bit higher that I didn't really notice today whenever I went back and did the daytime video over there. Yes, this was 11 o'clock at night, and you're right. I've never seen a squirrel at night, but if you know, it's also dark at night. Maybe squirrels do come out. I'm sure they might come out every once in a while. Maybe for a walnut snack, going up a walnut tree, even though there's no walnuts on the tree this time of the year. There's no squirrel nest up there. I looked up the tree. Normally, if a squirrel's trying to get away from somebody coming to them, they go up a tree, you know. So there's that. And again, I can't, I wouldn't swear on my life or anything, but this is a booger. I'm not 100% sure it's a booger. And there's no way I can prove it's a booger. However, I think I know what it was. And I'm just going to leave it at that. People can make up their own minds if it was a squirrel or an elephant or a coon or maybe it's a dinosaur stuck its head up. I don't know. Any of those are fine. I just wanted to show the supporting evidence that, I'll show the track video here in a second. I told Bigfoot Tony, and that's if you get footage, you want more eyes on it, and you want, different people's opinions. I could be wrong. I usually am. However, with the hollers that night and the rocks thrown, squirrels, I've never known them to throw a rock. Uh, One of them was at least a pretty good sized rock that hit the creek. It made a good splash, and that's what made me go get the FLIRs. I heard a splash in the creek. It sounded like something walking in the creek. And like I said, I'm gonna send the file to him. I'll probably go ahead and send it tonight, and let him have I guess not the original, but the first copy of the file or whatever. I'm not sure how this works. I'm gonna try to send it, but I am gonna make this video available for if he wants to do it from this video or whatever. But I don't know. I'm a searcher. I've got these things on my property, and I want to know what they are. I want to know the truth about them. If I find anything, if I get anything on camera, then I'm gonna try my best to debunk it. But let's watch it one more time. This is from that night. Watch how slow it's going too. It's like, and whenever I first seen it, it was going up. Before I hit the record button, it was going up. Right here, it's going down. Whenever I started recording, it's going down the tree. Or behind the tree. I don't even know if it was all the way up against the tree. I don't think it was. I didn't find any hairs that day or anything like that. And I don't know what that was that just poked its head out the side. There's something that shows up right here. And that looks like it's in behind it down in the creek maybe. So, okay, right there, the creek, the bank, I can get my mower between the creek bank and this right here. So it was back behind that. Now that would be at least 6 foot off the ground to right there to the creek down the bank. I didn't see that the other night. But I can take measurements of it, but I don't know. This is just what I videoed, and I'm trying to either debunk it or to show supportive evidence. And I think anybody that gets anything on camera ought to show, either it is or it ain't, and do your best to debunk it. Now that's my arm sticking out because again, I'm up on a ladder. I had to go get a ladder to do this. And I think I'm measuring the tree right there. Now here I go. This is my booger impersonation right here. I didn't get it exactly right, but I mean, look, you can't see nothing of me over here. Maybe that thing was up a little bit higher, but I think it was standing. I'm awkward on a ladder. It was standing on the ground. So there's that. As for the The daytime video, this is what we're looking at right here. I'm sitting in the exact same spot right here. This is where it is, behind this tree. Right here is where it was at. There's some stuff that's out there tonight too that I'm going to go out and film. I really ought to be out there listening tonight because they might still be here. Well, I'm just a searcher, and I'm searching for the truth of the matter. If it's a squirrel or a coon, fine, so be it. But the tracks and the noises that night tell a totally different story. And again, if anybody gets evidence, that's me measuring the. That's how we measure things around here with our shoes. We don't put them on our feet. But look at what a drop off that is. And I would like to debunk videos, but people want to say whatever about their video. That's fine. I'm not here to make anybody mad. I will, however, try to debunk anything that I've got, and anybody that does breakdowns is welcome to break this one down and put eyes on it. And they might see something in there that I don't see, or that we don't see. Like today, I've had people send me pictures of stuff whenever I was down at Snow White's that I didn't see in the video, but I see it now. I mean, they seen it on the group. Maybe I might do a video on that later. Its maximum height was 8 foot. I'm thinking it was a little over 7 foot tall. Is what I'm thinking. Just because of the way the bank drops down. And I should have shot this with my good camera instead of with my phone. I got lazy and did it with my phone. But the track's still out there. I probably will take more video of the track and stuff tomorrow. And I wished I could cast it. I really do. I think this is one that would make a pretty decent cast. But the way the mud's squished up and stuff, it's going to be all deformed. And it's kind of, I don't know if it would turn out good or not. Picking berries. Remember that video? But anyway, this is my either it is or it ain't. Try to debunk what I got last night. I think I know what I got last night, and I'll just leave it at that. Now, some of this other stuff here is somebody said that it's footprints from whenever I was doing this work. Well, I was on a tractor. My feet never touched the ground over here whenever I was doing that work, digging that other bank out. My feet never touched the ground. I also stomped down in that, and it was hard. I find it very interesting that a branch, a green branch, that one right there, was laid over top of this track. I find that very interesting. And I've heard of other people finding where the boogers have tried to cover up their tracks. There's oak trees up on the hill, and it could have blew down from a storm, and the booger might have stepped beside of it or whatever. You can actually see, it looks like the heel slid and the toes might have slid back in there. I might try to cast that. I might try it. Matter of fact, I think I'll cover it up. It might have the toes. I never really looked back in there. It might have the toes, and I might come out with a cast with toes and everything on it. Might actually make a good cast. I might try that. Unless it's caved in or something like that. But I might try to cast it. I might pick up some material tomorrow. I'll cover this up. I don't think we got any rain or anything. So I don't know there, but anyway, that's the FLIR footage in full. This is me checking it out the next day. For a walnut tree, it's pretty big, 55 inches around. It's roughly 13 to some places it's 16 inches across. Like I said, I'm 22 inches, and I could hide behind it and peek up pretty easy. I probably could have done a better job in the daytime whenever I could see. I just now, literally just now took the FLIR footage of me. But okay, guys, I mean, make of it whatever you will. But I will say this: I challenge any searcher, or if you're a researcher, to if you get anything on video, try to debunk it. Put somebody there. I literally built a rig to hold my FLIR on the tripod so I could get it, and then I had to put stuff around because Bulldozer Bailey's all excited. But yeah, I don't know if I'll be live tonight, but yeah, if you get anything on video, put somebody there, or get there yourself, put your camera there, try to get the same angles. I mean, that's important. The same, if it's a daytime video, same time of the day as soon as you can, because the sun and shadows can really play tricks on people, like parallax and such as that. That's a big problem too. So, any questions? I haven't really kept up with the chat. Well, I think most of this is common sense. This is a wild living critter that we're dealing with. And I've hunted my whole life. And like I said, I've never seen squirrels come out at night. They're always going home right at dusk. They get up at daylight and they're coming out. A coon would be more like something going around like that. I don't think a possum's going to do what this did. I don't think any of those critters have a 14-inch foot either, to my knowledge. And it could have been smaller than 14 inches where it slid, because it looked like it slid. So I'm going to have to, I don't know, I'm going to cover that up tonight, and just in case it does rain or anything like that, and try to cast it. I mean, I don't know if we got a couple hardware stores in town. Maybe they got the plaster of Paris or whatever. I've never tried to cast before, so we'll see what happens. But anyway, guys, I'm going to make this short, and no questions that I see here. So y'all have a good night. And if anything happens tonight, then I'll go live outside. I'm getting ready to eat. It's been a long day. It's been wild at work. I got to get up early in the morning and go to work early to take a CPR class, which I don't know, they couldn't have picked a worse time for that, because, like I said, it's been very busy at work. But anyway, y'all have a good night.